Travis Wayne Goodsell. So having gone through Jasmine withdrawals, it's necessary that I overindulge in Jasmine. And she's got 2 comments just barely put on after I had done the video here. Although this one says it was 2 hours ago, Jasmine. So, James and Jasmine, for those of you who, some reason, just crawled out from under a rock, they're brand new. They're an interracial couple out in Kentucky who the missionaries came knocking on the door and told them to read, ponder, and pray about the Book of Mormon, and James and Jasmine disobeyed. They were naughty. They went to the Joseph Smith Papers put out by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and found that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is lying and deceiving members. Jasmine found the 1835 Doctrine and Covenants, which in that edition, section 101, was a whole chapter on monogamy, condemning polygamy. Church never told us about that one. Critics all believe that Joseph Smith was practicing polygamy. And so James and Jasmine have been putting the missionaries so much to shame that even the mission president had to be called out. And even the mission president's wife to try to trick James and Jasmine into joining the church. And of course their neighbor, who became Mormon, was also used as a weapon against James and Jasmine to join the church and pay the church money. And so comedy ensues every time Jasmine talks about her life. And so on Going Savage that I did this morning, and so yeah, I found a new cool thumbnail picture that I can put on other pictures, because ta-da, gotta get the thing with the camera right. The shield of David, not the Star of David. The Star of David is within the shield. It is the sun god at noonday, Emmanuel, Amun El, God Amun of the Egyptians. The Book of Mormon's correct, Learning of the Jews, language of the Egyptians. Sun god at noonday. Well, I don't know where that appears in the Book of Mormon, Travis. And Joseph Smith, he never mentions the sun god at noonday in his visionary accounts. We worship Jesus. And so she says, hey Travis, all day, watch them all fall down. All day, watch them all fall down. Yep, that's a good Pet Shop Boys song. Yeah, I get inspired. Pet Shop Boys was one of my favorite groups back in the 80s as a high school kid, and they still have gone on to impress me with I'm With Stupid and Let Stupidity. Which I've often used at the description of my theme song below. Yep. How can YouTube let someone publicly post a threat like that? Yeah, well, that's YouTube for you. When they're paid by the church, ordered by the church even, because the church pays them through stock investments, they kind of have to submit, and they sacrifice all of their honor and respect for money. That's what the church does. It's what they do for Mormons. Mormons pay the church money. They're compromised in criminal actions of the church. And so when the church demands that Mormons go and commit a crime on their behalf, Mormons have to obey. And I've seen many a Mormon who's been forced to commit a crime against me, and those who succeed have been financially rewarded by the church, and those who fail get fired and terminated. Even a federal judge, magistrate judge. Anybody remember that? Yeah, I do. And yet the news is kept silent from the real news that's going on in Utah about the church. Because the news is compromised to the church. Everybody is compromised to the church's crimes. So, yeah, YouTube's no different. The faith conversation in James 2:14-26 is a little confusing. If you use Christian interpretation, sure. To have faith in something that can't be physically proven is a bad thing? Question mark. Yeah, if it's faith only. But James and even Hebrews 11 are not talking about believing only. They make it very clear that you've got to produce the fruit of the belief in the Word. And without that, nobody can judge whether the Word is good or bad, right or wrong. And so Matthew 7 puts it all into context. By their fruits you shall know a false prophet. It's his words. If his words don't come to pass, no fruit or bad fruit, then you know that he's a false prophet. And if they do come to pass and it's good results, you know he's a good prophet. He's true. That's what the Bible's been teaching, but Christianity stepped in, screwed everything up. And so even with the judge a prophet by his fruits, that's after everybody only quotes the first verse of that chapter. Judge not, lest you be judged. Can't judge me. Yes, we can. Keep reading. Dear God. And so, yeah, that's what religion is, because they purposely are illiterate of their own Bible. Likewise, Mormons are illiterate of their own quad, the Bible, Book of Mormon, and the triple combination, which includes Book of Mormon, Doctrine and Covenants, and Pearl Great Price. That's why I never pursued it till now. So yeah, Jasmine is actually trying to see the results of the Word and finding out that the church is liar, liar, pants on fire, which they used on In Plain Sight. That was awesome. Yep. So yeah, in case you haven't been following me for a long while, I will watch TV shows, movies, and oftentimes I'll get inspired to bring them up in videos and stuff like that, and they inspire me to make certain videos, and I does. And so I've done House and NCIS, and now and Star Trek. Even started from Star Trek, took a break. I'm still on the original Star Trek. I'm on season 3, so I'm near the end. And then the Star Trek original cartoon series is next. And we'll just follow it in order. And it's fascinating to watch it in chronological order. Knowing of the stuff to come in the future, watching it from the beginning now, it's awesome. It's really cool for all of the Star Trek geekdoms out there. And so, she just barely commented on James and Jasmine found alive. I would have cried if I lost forever that video of you, Jasmine. I would have cried. Mean old hackers. And so she says, hey Travis, we work weekends. Now you work the weekends? You used to have weekends off to watch my videos. Now you have the weekends? Oh my God. So now weekdays? Gotta wait till tomorrow? And it's kind of hectic sometimes, but I assure you, it's the only time I might not be online for you. Kleenex. I noticed the one box there needs to be replaced. So yeah, is it now weekdays that I get to be with you? Do I get custody of you on the weekdays? Kentucky is the worst state in the union. Oh, yeah, dear God. All the crimes that are going on. Incest, rednecks, and KKK members. I started drinking coffee again. Quick question. If you follow the gospel, my understanding is the Ten Commandments are null and void after the Christian Jesus came and saved us all. It depends on which Christian gospel you're referring to. Yeah, there's so many illiterates out in the world, not just in Mormondom. And so, yeah, dear God. It's like nobody even bothers to read. Jesus said he's not come to destroy the law, where the Ten Commandments are, but to fulfill the law, which means it's a prophecy of the latter-day Jewish Christ, and so the Ten Commandments are about the Jewish Christ, especially Numbers 1 and 2, but overarching love. And Mormons just can't love, and apparently neither can Kentucky. But yeah, every Christian has their different interpretation of the Bible and how they get to apply it in their daily lives. My Jesus says I can do this. And so yeah, Pence versus Buttigieg. When they were going at each other in the debate, Pence was saying that his Jesus doesn't accept gays, and Buttigieg said in reply, well, my Jesus accepts gays. Oh no, which Jesus is true? You know, Christians, when they're talking about Mormons, they say that all of Christianity is the same. Until you get a Christian talking about other Christians who don't do what they want them to do. And it's all about taking away agency and forcing the behavior of other people to your will, just like a psychologist does. And so, yeah, that's... I still cry over those kids of that Mormon mother. Because now they're back into psychologists after the psychologist caused the damage to the kids. And it's... everybody's getting fooled as to what the real problem was with all of that. It's the church and psychology that caused the Mormon mother to attack her kids and think it was acceptable. And so now the kids are still in the church, and now they've been put back with another psychologist. The problem is not solved, it's just been made worse, because now the kids are being deceived as to what the cause was, and now they're being told it's their mom who was to blame. As they go to church and believe that Jesus is real. And so yeah, even in Mormonism, there are different gospels among the different members of the church. You have Governor Huntsman, who is involved in incest, sex trafficking, from Jeffrey Epstein's little black book with his wife, who claims he's a spiritual Mormon. And no, well, yeah, I guess spiritual. God. And so, yeah, you've got these Mormons who also disagree on where Zion is supposed to be, and, there's numerous opinions. All of them are wrong because none of them go to the Joseph Smith Papers, 19 July 1840, where Joseph Smith says it's not Missouri Mormons, it's in southern Illinois. The mountain cities of Zion and New Jerusalem. And so not a single Mormon knows anything about the real religion of Joseph Smith, and in the Book of Mormon even. It says, learning of the Jews and Mormons are illiterate. That's just too complicated for them to understand. Judaism and Christianity are not the same religion, not the same Christ. And yet Christians who are white supremacist KKK members, practicing incest, worshiping Lucifer on the Confederate flag, I mean, dear God, they have the symbol of Lucifer all over the Confederate flag, and they're clueless? And so, yeah, it's just, oh, dear God. It's the Jewish commandments, it's the Jewish Christ, and they replace the Jews. And they think that they're in the right, and they get angry, they get violent. Oh, there's an email. Okay. But yeah, every single Mormon, different viewpoint. It was something someone said at the bar last night. That where you go to drink your coffee? They think I'm some kind of preacher now. All you have to do to be a preacher out there, I guess, is to talk the Bible or say Jesus. And all of a sudden you're a preacher woman. Maybe that should be the theme song instead of Working for the Weekend. Mission. Gabrielle. A woman on a mission. So that's you, Jasmine. Woman on a mission. How little you know. Jasmine, you're more intelligent than anybody I've ever known regarding scriptures and the gospel. Oh my God. But I'm learning. I'm having some full lengths I want to send, but they may be a little racy. You mean pictures? Send them. I don't care about racy. Send them. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Jasmine. Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. James said it would be okay because he knows how big a fan I am of... Yeah, I love your work, Jasmine. Are you not understanding when I say I love your work that it means I love your work? What part of I love your work is not clicking? By the way, deer season is supposed to be over by now. Yeah, well... I wouldn't trust the news about deer season. Those sneaky deer, they'll come and get ya. says she has clothes for my dogs. Yeah, I would get mad too. James gets mad when I try to dress them. Oh my God, Jasmine. Cruel and unusual punishment. They are my babies and I love them. Oh, and you might be getting a few more followers. The people at the bar. Friends in low places. Are they going to be sending me death threats too? You need to believe in Jesus. Boring. They're very curious as to where I'm getting my info. I tell them the Joseph Smith Papers and the Joseph Smith History, along with my Book of Mormon and my Bible. But get you to answer those questions you're having a hard time understanding, which I don't give very many of them, so I guess you're understanding. There wasn't even a question in there, was there? And so, well, thank you for the video. Yes, we are alive in Kentucky, but won't be in Kentucky much longer. I'm sending you some media of me. Nothing AI enhanced, just plain old me. James said you shouldn't take offense to them or get the wrong impression. Huh? To be honest, I am kind of nervous about you seeing these. Why, Jasmine? I'm not ashamed of how I look, just a little worried. Oh, please. We're besties. Besties show it all. They don't cover up and hide. They tell the truth. And not emotional truth, like, you suck. I'm just telling the truth, you suck. Oh my God. 69 megabytes. Interesting. I did see some videos mixed in there with that. So, it's taking too long, so I'll just end the video here and leave everybody else in suspense. They're mine.